Moses had a phenomenal relationship with God, but Moses wanted to know God more. And as Moses wanted to know God more, he wanted to know all of God. And he says, show me your glory. Let me see more of you, is what he was saying. And so there it was that God tells Moses to go up on the mountain in Exodus chapter 34. Tells Moses to go up on the mountain. Actually tells him in Exodus 33. And so we find there that he does go up on the mountain. He hides behind the cleft of the rock. God comes down in a cloud and he passes in front of Moses and just shows Moses a little bit of a glimpse of who he is. And beginning in Exodus chapter 34 and verse 6, God begins to describe many characteristics and many attributes about himself. And as he's sharing those things, I want you to understand the very first thing he said is the most important thing that we can know about God. And this is what he said, Exodus 34 and verse 6, when he began this introduction of himself, he began it with this, the Lord God. And so that's the very first thing that we need to understand about God. He is the Lord God. He is Lord. He is Almighty Lord, and there is no Lord beside him. He is the absolute sovereign King of kings and Lord of lords. He is the Lord God. When God said, let there be light, light had no other choice than to be, because God spoke it out. God said it. When God separated the lands from the sea and he told the sea not to go any further, the sea had no choice but to be in obedience to him, because he is the Lord God. Friends, when God speaks something, it has to listen. Everything has to listen. We must listen. Now, we have freedom of choice today, but there's going to come a day when we're going to be held accountable to that freedom of choice. But I want you to understand, ultimately, it's whether or not we choose Jesus as Lord over our lives and accept the sacrifice that Jesus paid on the cross of Calvary for us. But we must come to submission to the fact that he truly is the Lord God. And friends, I want you to understand it's the greatest truth that you can know, that God is Almighty, sovereign, all-powerful Lord. And we need to submit ourselves unto him as such.